There's a fire that lives inside every human being. Most people call it passion, but when it turns against you, it has another name: anger. You know the feeling. Your jaw tightens, your chest burns, your mind goes blank except for one thought: I need to react right now. And in that single second, you say the word you can't take back. You send the message you'll regret. You slam the door that was still open. We live like this is normal. We live like anger is just something that happens to us, like weather. But the Stoics knew something most people never learn. Anger is not a storm you survive. It's a fire you feed. Marcus Aurelius ruled an empire during plagues, wars, and betrayal from his own family, and yet history remembers him as the calmest man who ever held that much power. Not because he never felt anger, because he refused to let it hold the pen when his life was being written. Today, I'll show you 7 brutal Stoic laws that will kill your anger at the root. Not suppress it, not bottle it up, but actually dissolve the fuel that feeds it. Each law comes with a tool you can use the next time your blood starts to boil. Study this, don't just watch it. Before we begin, take 1 second to subscribe. It helps bring this wisdom to more people who need it. Let's dive in. Anger is borrowed strength that you pay back with interest. Seneca wrote an entire book on anger and called it temporary madness. Not because angry people are irrational forever, but because in the moment of rage, a calm and capable person turns into someone their own family wouldn't recognize. Here's the trap. Anger feels like power. Your voice gets louder, your body tenses, and for a second you feel unstoppable. But that feeling is a loan, not a gift. You borrow strength from your future self, the one who has to apologize, rebuild trust, or live with the silence that follows. Think about the last time you exploded at someone you love. In the moment, it felt justified. An hour later, it felt like regret wearing your face. Tool, the 10-second delay. The instant you feel the heat rise, count to 10 before you speak or type. Not because 10 seconds fixes anger, but because it breaks the automatic response. Seneca himself recommended this exact trick 2,000 years ago. He called it giving the mind time to weigh the matter. In that gap, you stop being anger's puppet and become its observer again. Remember this: anger always feels like strength in the moment and always reveals itself as weakness in the aftermath. You are not angry at the event, you are angry at your judgment of it. Epictetus taught that it isn't the situation that disturbs us, but the meaning we assign to it. Someone cuts you off in traffic. The car itself did nothing to you personally, but your mind adds a story. They disrespected me. They don't care if I live or die. And that story is what actually lights the fuse. This is the difference between the event and the interpretation. The event is neutral. The interpretation is where the anger is born. Picture this. Your coworker takes credit for your idea in a meeting. The fact is simple. They spoke words in a room. The story your mind builds is what hurts. They think I'm invisible. They've been planning this. Nobody respects my work. Tool, separate the fact from the story out loud. Say the raw fact first. They mentioned the idea without crediting me. Then name the story separately. My mind is saying they don't respect me. Just hearing the gap between the two often deflates half the anger because you realize you're not reacting to what happened. You're reacting to what you assumed. You don't get angry at the world. You get angry at the meaning you hand it. Everyone acts according to what they believe is good, even when they're wrong. This is one of the hardest Stoic ideas to accept, and also one of the most freeing. Marcus Aurelius reminded himself every morning that he would meet ungrateful, arrogant, and dishonest people that day. And he decided in advance not to be surprised by it, because these people, in their own confused way, believe they're doing what's right. This doesn't mean excusing harmful behavior. It means understanding that most people who hurt you aren't evil masterminds. They're confused, wounded, or ignorant, acting from a broken map of the world. Think of the friend who cancels on you for the third time. From your side, it looks like disrespect. From theirs, maybe it's overwhelm, anxiety, or a life falling apart quietly behind the scenes you can't see. Tool, the confused child reframe. When someone frustrates you, silently ask, what would make this behavior make sense? Not to justify them, but to shrink the emotional charge. Anger needs a villain to survive. The moment you see a struggling human instead of a villain, the fire loses its fuel. You don't have to forgive everyone, but you don't have to burn yourself down for people who are already lost in their own smoke. Anger punishes you twice, the event and the replay. Here's something almost no one talks about. The original event that made you angry usually lasts seconds or minutes, but your mind replays it for hours, sometimes days. You rehearse the comeback you didn't say. You relive the insult over and over in the shower, in traffic, before sleep. This means the person who hurt you experienced it once. You experience it 100 times, alone, in your own head, for free. Marcus Aurelius called this adding suffering to suffering. The original wound plus the self-inflicted one that keeps it bleeding. Tool, the one replay rule. Give yourself permission to think about the event exactly once, fully. Feel it, process it, even write it down if that helps. Then every time it tries to resurface after that, interrupt it with one sentence. I already paid for this. I'm not paying twice. It sounds simple because it is. Simple doesn't mean easy, but it works because it turns an infinite loop into a closed loop. Your enemy hurt you once. Don't let your own mind become their unpaid assistant. The angriest people are usually the most powerless in that moment. This sounds backwards, but sit with it. Anger often shows up loudest exactly when we feel we have the least control. A driver stuck in traffic screams at cars that can't hear him. A person losing an argument raises their voice instead of their logic. Anger is frequently the sound of powerlessness dressed up as power. The Stoics separated the world into two categories: things within our control and things outside it. Most anger is born from fighting the second category as if it were the first. Say your flight gets delayed for the 5th time, screaming at the gate agent won't move the plane. The anger isn't really about the flight. It's about the illusion that you should be able to control something you never controlled in the first place. Tool, the control audit. In the heat of the moment, ask one question: is this inside my control or outside it? If it's outside, redirect all that energy toward the one thing that's always inside your control, your next action. You can't control the delay. You can control whether you spend the next hour furious or find a decent meal and a place to sit. Real power isn't never feeling angry. Real power is refusing to waste your energy on things that were never yours to command. Silence is a more disciplined weapon than words spoken in anger. We've been taught that speaking up means talking louder and faster, but the Stoics practiced something different. A pause so complete, it became its own kind of strength. Epictetus advised keeping silent for the most part, and only saying what is necessary in few words. Not because words are dangerous, but because words spoken from anger are rarely the words you choose from clarity. Think of the argument that escalated because neither person could stop talking. Now think of the disagreement that de-escalated the moment one person simply said, "Let's talk about this later," and meant it. Tool, the exit line. Prepare one sentence in advance for the next time anger rises mid-conversation. Something like, "I need a minute before I respond to this." Say it, then physically remove yourself for even 5 minutes. This isn't avoidance. It's giving your rational mind time to catch up to your emotional one, so the words that eventually come out belong to you, not to the fire. The people who regret the least are rarely the loudest in the room. They're the ones who knew when to stop talking. Forgiveness isn't for them, it's the exit door from your own prison. This is the final and hardest law. Holding on to anger feels like justice. It feels like keeping score, like making sure the wrong isn't forgotten. But anger held for years doesn't punish the person who hurt you. It punishes you daily, while they've likely moved on without a second thought. Marcus Aurelius wrote that the best revenge is to not be like the one who caused the injury. Not because the person deserves your peace, because you deserve it. Someone betrayed your trust years ago. You still feel the heat when their name comes up. But ask yourself honestly, who's still paying the price for that betrayal? Are they losing sleep over it, or are you? Tool, the release ritual. Write down what happened and what it cost you, fully and honestly. Then write one final sentence. I'm not releasing this because it was okay. I'm releasing it because I refuse to carry it any further. Burn it, delete it, or simply close the notebook. This isn't about them anymore. It never really was. Forgiveness doesn't mean you were right to be hurt or that they get to walk away clean. It means you finally get to walk away too. Let's bring this together. Anger is borrowed strength you always pay back with interest. You're not angry at the event, you're angry at your interpretation of it. Most people who hurt you are confused, not evil. Your mind replays pain far more than reality ever did. The loudest anger often hides the deepest powerlessness. Silence, used well, is stronger than any comeback, and forgiveness was never a gift for them. It's the key to your own cell. Marcus Aurelius faced betrayal from his own family and stayed composed enough to still be remembered 2,000 years later as one of history's calmest minds. You don't need an empire to practice this. You just need the next moment your blood starts to rise. So the next time the fire comes, remember, you don't have to put it out with force. You just have to stop feeding it. If this resonated with you, there's another video on the screen that will take you even deeper. And if you haven't subscribed yet, do it now. It helps us reach more people who need this wisdom. Thank you for being here.